In a small town nestled between mountains, there was a young man named Daniel who worked as a journalist for a local newspaper. Daniel was known for his integrity and fairness in reporting, and he prided himself on being honest in all his articles. His life was calm and uneventful, and he had the respect of everyone in the town. But one day, he was faced with a choice that would challenge his principles and change the way he viewed the world. Daniel received a tip that a well-known corporation, Horizon Tech, was planning to set up a new factory on the outskirts of town. This could bring hundreds of jobs, help families, and inject new life into the town's economy. However, his source warned him that the factory's activities would pollute the nearby river, which provided the town's drinking water and supported local farming. Knowing how vital the river was to the community, Daniel felt an immediate sense of responsibility to uncover the truth. He started by gathering information from various sources. First, he interviewed some employees at Horizon Tech, who described the project as a new opportunity for growth. The representatives assured him that any waste from the factory would be minimal and within safe limits. Yet, when he spoke to environmental scientists, they warned that even minimal pollution could have drastic consequences over time. They cited studies showing that the chemicals used by Horizon Tech's other factories had led to contamination in nearby areas, affecting health and agriculture. Daniel found himself at a crossroads. His article could either paint a positive picture that would rally the town behind the project or expose the potential environmental risks, likely stirring fear and resentment toward Horizon Tech. If he warned the town of the possible contamination, he risked delaying or even halting the project. Jobs were scarce, and many families were struggling to make ends meet. The factory could change that. Yet, if he kept quiet about the environmental risks, the community could face health issues and suffer long-term consequences, especially those depending on agriculture. To complicate matters further, Daniel's editor urged him to focus on the positive side of the story, emphasizing the benefits of job creation and local growth. The newspaper was experiencing financial difficulties, and Horizon Tech had promised advertising revenue if the article promoted the project in a favorable light. Daniel was now feeling pressure from all sides: his community, his employer, and his conscience. He spent days wrestling with the choice, seeking guidance from family and friends. His mother, a schoolteacher, reminded him of the importance of honesty and integrity, values she had instilled in him since childhood. "Tell the truth," she said, "even if it's hard. That's what you believe in." His friend Tom, who had recently lost his job, had a different perspective. "Think about what these jobs would mean for people like me," he said. "We need this. Sometimes you have to bend a little for the greater good." After much soul-searching, Daniel made his decision. In his article, he presented both sides of the story. He wrote about the potential benefits of the factory, the jobs it would create, and the boost to the town's economy. However, he also detailed the potential environmental risks, including the scientific studies' warning of contamination and its possible impacts. He concluded the article by urging the town council to demand transparency from Horizon Tech and to put measures in place to protect the town's environment. The article stirred a mix of reactions. Many residents appreciated Daniel's honesty, saying they felt more informed and empowered to voice their concerns. Others accused him of being overly cautious and possibly endangering the town's economic future. Despite the controversy, Daniel stood by his choice, knowing he had honored his commitment to the truth. A few weeks later, a surprising outcome unfolded. The town council called for a meeting with Horizon Tech, using Daniel's article to ask for stricter environmental protections before approving the factory. Horizon Tech agreed, fearing the bad press that might come from resisting the community's concerns. They promised to install advanced filtration systems and conduct regular water quality tests. In the end, Daniel's choice allowed the town to benefit from new jobs while taking steps to protect the environment. It wasn't a perfect solution, but it was a balance between economic growth and ethical responsibility. Through this experience, Daniel realized that ethical decision-making wasn't always about choosing one side over another. It was about considering every angle, seeking truth, and taking responsibility for the outcome. He learned that the right path might not always be clear-cut, but if approached with honesty and courage, it could lead to meaningful change.